Doug Ford on the defensive again amidst the Greenbelt controversy that continues to swirl around him. Now, the Premier today insisting that he knew nothing about land changes like urban boundary changes and MZOs that benefited certain developers, despite damning allegations and a massive data dump.
Well, good morning, everyone, and it's great to be back here in my hometown of Etobicoke.
It is the first time the Premier has answered media questions since he backtracked on the Greenbelt and apologized 40 days ago.
I'm very, very sorry. I left too much room.
Now he has an added mess to answer to. Yesterday, 7,000 pages of internal government documents were released in a Freedom of Information request by environmental groups. The data dump suggests the Premier's office knew staff were directing urban boundary changes. For example, one email shows Ryan Amato, the now former chief of staff to the former housing minister, said the Premier's office wanted to see specific maps of land. The email states, quote, "PO has asked me for a picture to make sure it's captured." It appears that land in Nobleton was partially owned by Shakir Rahmatullah, the developer who was in Vegas with a Ford minister who has since resigned. He was also one of the developers at Doug Ford's daughter's wedding.
Did you instruct your staff to ensure that those lands in Nobleton owned by Shakir Rahmatullah or any other lands?
No, I don't. Honestly, I don't even know which lands you're talking about. But in saying that, no, I didn't, to be very clear.
The opposition isn't buying it.
I don't think anyone believes that his staff were acting independently and that he had no knowledge of anything that was happening. 1
week ago, ahead of the data dump, Ford's new housing minister suddenly reversed all the urban boundary changes.
You know, when Minister Clandra brought those to me and said, I don't like the language here, I said, just pull all of them. I've directed Minister Clandra to pull all of them, like I did the Greenbelt.
Ford was also asked about the NDP's findings yesterday that 4 developers who were at his daughter's wedding, including Rahmatullah, also benefited from 18 MZOs, or ministerial zoning orders, which bypassed local zoning to expedite development. That's as many MZOs as the former Liberal government handed out in 15 years.
MZOs is a great tool that have created, folks. It's a tool that the province has been using for decades.
In total, the Ford government has given out more than 100 MZOs. That's an unprecedented number for any government.
There is absolutely no way that the Premier didn't know what was going on in his office. I've worked in the Premier's office. I know how government works.
Now, the RCMP has launched an investigation into the Greenbelt scandal. The Premier was asked today if they've reached out to him. He said no.